Tiki, Sass, Unify!
Marinette, tell me what's going on.
Miraculers are still recovering from Mr. Agreste, the episode delivering 3 plot lines simultaneously, and each of them packed a punch. We learned about Luka's move to Brazil, how Adrien really feels about Gabriel, and how Marinette is coping with her big secret. The answer to that last one is not well. Guilt has started to consume every part of Marinette's life, including her dreams, and she can barely make it through the day without slipping some Ladybug-related language into her everyday conversations. Eventually, she decides to fly to Brazil and tell Luka about Gabriel, using the Snake Miraculous to do so, becoming Viperbug. The unification drew significant attention from fans, even though Marinette used Second Chance to undo the conversation so Luka never remembers it. While Luka doesn't remember their conversation, Marinette does, and she knows that combining the Ladybug and Snake Miraculouses has its uses. Today's video will cover how Marinette can use Viperbug to tell Adrien the truth.
He was a monarch. He made me swear that I wouldn't say a thing so that Adrien would think well of him.
Number 1. Testing different times. The Snake Miraculous is a time manipulator's dream. We've all had moments where we wished we could go back in time and do something different. The wielder of the Snake Miraculous gets the chance to do this every day, but as a hero, they have to choose wisely when manipulating time, otherwise they might incite a world-ending event and have Bunnix there to clean up the mess. That said, Marinette's not afraid to take risks when necessary, and trying to protect Adrien from his father one last time is something she would risk everything for. She might use the Snake Miraculous to reveal the truth to Adrien about his father, but in doing so, she can manipulate the time, setting, and situation each time. It's almost like setting the stage before she and Adrien put on some improv. Most of the time, that improv will go poorly, and their interaction will likely end with Marinette reversing time. Other times, Marinette may find scenarios that soften the blow for Adrien and help prepare him for receiving such heartbreaking news.
No, Marinette, you don't understand. Give me your... Marinette, tell me what's going on.
Number 2. Relying on trusted allies. The mistake that Marinette most often makes is refusing to rely on others for help. Unfortunately, the Gabriel-Agreste situation is more complicated than most situations she finds herself in. Not to mention, each time she confides in someone, they don't have a great reaction, so she erases their memories. I'm still not over that, by the way. I'm sure her recent interactions with Alia and Luka will prevent her from asking her other friends to help her talk to Adrien. But that doesn't mean she's entirely out of luck. Natalie's playing a big role this season. She's an adult figure who knows about Marinette's double life, so naturally, Marinette looks to her for guidance and reassurance. Unfortunately, it seems that Natalie is only concerned with her own best interests, as she refuses to come clean or admit to being Mayura. That's why I want to remind everyone that Marinette doesn't need to rely on Natalie's help because Kagami and Felix also know the truth. Conveniently, they're also close to Adrien and can be there to comfort him when Ladybug delivers the news. Regardless of Adrien's reaction, Marinette will still have the Snake Miraculous as a safeguard.
I could tell him everything as Ladybug.
And let him figure out that I was Monarch's accomplice.
Number 3. Second Chance and Lucky Charm. The Miraculous wielders often have cosmic powers in the palm of their hands. They're entrusted with their Miraculouses so they can help protect innocent lives and their communities. The Miraculouses are a tool in that way and shouldn't be exploited for a wielder's personal gain. Marinette knows this rule pretty well. Anytime she tries to use her Lucky Charm for personal gain, something usually goes wrong and makes the situation worse. Those learning experiences aside, she still has moments where she'll risk using her Miraculous to get herself out of a bind. The Ladybug Miraculous is overpowered in-universe, and we all know it. Marinette has always had luck on her side, so it's no surprise that Gabriel lost most of the time. With the power of luck, Marinette could receive the clues she needed to tell Adrien the truth in the best way possible, while simultaneously using Second Chance as necessary until she figured out her plan. Number 4. Learning Adrien's reactions. Marinette's a pro at using the Ladybug Miraculous. As of the 6th season, she can use Lucky Charm back-to-back and appears to have some control over what she summons. Unfortunately, her mastery of one Miraculous doesn't translate to the others. The truth of the matter is that some people aren't suited for certain powers, as she said best in Mr. Agreste. The only person she can entrust the Snake Miraculous to is Luka, which is why he continues to use it even after his move to Brazil. One of the traits that makes a great wielder for the Snake Miraculous is their intuition. Luka can watch the battlefield from above and anticipate the villain's next move. He can also read someone's intentions, moods, or problems just by spending a few minutes with them. If he weren't able to understand circumstances or individuals, then he wouldn't be as efficient with his power. In contrast, Marinette's also intuitive, but her cleverness comes out the most during fights or through her anxiety. With this situation, I'm sure her anxiety will influence some of her decision-making, as it has to do with Adrien. She may anticipate his next move too soon and make a mistake. To successfully use Second Chance, she'll need to slow down, stay calm, and study his reactions through every trial run. Every interaction is data. Data that can help her better manage the situation in the next time loop.
At least you're no longer mixing up your words, Marinette.
I don't have a choice. Either I keep it together or everything will fall apart.
Number 5. Preventing akumatizations. I don't know about the rest of you, but if I found out that my abusive father was the supervillain I spent an entire school year fighting and who turned millions into his unwilling army, I would be a little upset. Adrien's long overdue for a meltdown anyway, but learning Monarch's identity gives him the right to go Cat Blanc on the other Miraculers. It will be impossible for him to reject an Akuma during such a vulnerable moment. He will feel so many negative emotions that Lila might struggle to choose which one to manipulate. Granted, an akumatization will likely reveal his superhero identity to Lila and Marinette, but that's not his problem. If Marinette chooses to tell Adrien the truth, then she should prepare for the worst fallout. Not only will he lose his trust in Ladybug, but he might become one of the most dangerous villains to date. The only thing standing between an akumatized Adrien and another world-ending event is the Snake Miraculous, and Marinette using Second Chance to avoid the akumatization altogether.
How could you hide this from me, Marinette? You lied to me! You and I are over!
Number 6. Near unlimited attempts. There are so many factors at play in this scenario. Marinette might be great at multitasking and elaborate plans, but the Snake Miraculous might weigh her down if she spends too much time trying to talk to Adrien. Unlike the other wielders who spend only a single day defeating their akumatized villains, Viperbug might pay the equivalent of weeks, months, or even years in the same time loop. To everyone else, time doesn't pass beyond that moment, but to Marinette, she might be locked in that moment for hours, days, weeks, or even months. That's a long time, especially when you're reliving the same moment over and over. The only positive thing about this time loop is that it gives Marinette unlimited attempts to get her confession right. Granted, I think Adrien will always have a negative reaction to learning the truth and that an akumatization might be inevitable, but you can't blame a girl for trying.
I have to keep this promise and hide the truth from him, even if it burns my lips and my heart every day until the end of time.
Number 7. Bunnick's interference. Another hiccup Marinette could encounter while using the Snake Miraculous is the interference of the other time-manipulating Miracular, Bunnix. As the guardian of the main timeline, Bunnix knows how everything is supposed to play out. She also knows the identity of every Miraculous wielder and their relationships to one another. That's a lot of power for one person to hold, which is why Alex is one of the most trustworthy heroes in the series. That said, while she trusts Ladybug, she'll still have to keep an eye on her to prevent branching timelines. If branching timelines do occur, then Bunnix could jump through a portal and have Marinette go back to fix her mistake. Again, it's the same scenario as Cat Blanc, only this time, Marinette knew that she was changing the timeline with her actions. Of course, it's also possible that Marinette becoming Viperbug is a canon event, and Bunnix might point Marinette in the right direction or offer her some encouragement when she feels discouraged.
That's what happens when you mess with the time continuum. Glad to see you again, Big Ears. Fluff clockwise.
Marinette could do a lot of damage with the Ladybug and Snake Miraculouses, but I think she only has one thing on her mind, and that's how to tell Adrien the truth while maintaining their relationship. It won't be easy, that's for sure, and having the Snake Miraculous as a failsafe could give her the courage she needs to reveal her dark secret. Do you think we'll see Viperbug return? And what about Marinette? Will she ever tell Adrien the truth? I would love to read your thoughts and theories in the comments below.
Not at all. I slept like a log. I feel completely evil-eyed. Energized.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Are you really sure you're okay? It's fine. I'll be fine. It's all gonna be wrong.